Okay, this is video number 8. As you saw in video number 7, the compression check went great. Okay, in video number 8, we're going to change the wires. Alright. And after that, we're going to run the scan. I keep saying that, but we're going to get to it eventually. All these side projects are kind of got me going, you know. Working on that Ford over there. Tearing into that Ford. Did the front end on that. That's another video if you want to watch it. So anyway, okay. Let's change the wires. Okay. We got all the plugs back in. And what we did, we snapped the wires back on so we don't mix them up. Then you got some little keepers that hold the wires on. We're going to disconnect, take those keepers off and change the wires one at a time. Those little keepers, I call them keepers, they keep the wires separated, and you can see one right here. They keep the wires separated, and they just snap on there. So we're going to unsnap them so we don't get things mixed up. We're going to just put the wires back on. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we took like I said before, the two longest wires. Now, the distributor, let's take out of the way. The distributor is back there. Okay, it's a little bit towards the passenger side of the engine. Okay, it's almost square in the back. So that's where the wire's got to run back, of course, back to the distributor. We still have the coil wire undone, and we have the fuel pump relay out. So we're gonna put our relay back in, and we're going to start pulling our wire. That's going to lose the relay. And like I said, we're going to take the little wire all the little clipped off first, and then we're going to take the wires one at a time and change them. And as we do that, we'll put our clips back. So that's where we're at right now. We'll start with the two longest wires. Remember, cylinder 1 and 2 of the ones all the way to the front. We're going with those first. All right, let me say this about the wires. Okay, I did the passenger side. Okay, and I put in the coil wire also. Now these are the 4 wires that are left for the driver's side of the engine. Okay, what I want to say was, this is the longest wire. Okay. Alright, the other one, this one goes on number 1. The other one went on number 2. Okay, and the number 2 was the exact same size as this one. Okay. Alright, now, this is actually the number 1 wire, like I said. The number 2 wire was the exact same size. Alright, now this is going to go to cylinder 3, which is the second one back on the driver's side. Now, the other one that went on the other side of the engine, the exact same size, was that's the number 4, the one on the engine. Okay, the next one, this was the third one back on the driver's side. That goes for number 5. Okay, and the one on the engine is number 6. I mean, I'm trying to say is the passenger side was number 6, and it's the exact same length. Okay, so these 3 are the exact same length for the other side of the engine, or both sides of the engine, I should say. Okay, now this is number 7. Okay, it's the 4th one back on the driver's side. Now, on the passenger side, there was a shorter one for this last wire, which is number 8. That's a shorter one. So when you match up your wires, you have two of the exact same size, two of the exact same size. This one's two of them the exact same size. When you get to this one, when you get to your last cylinder, your last two cylinders in the back, you have one shorter. Now the distributor cap, okay, is more towards this side of the engine. And that's the reason for that. It's more towards the passenger side of the engine. And that's why you go with the shorter. Okay? Of course the coil wire, now coil wire's installed. There's only one of those. So in your kit you're going to have 9 wires. One for each cylinder and one for the coil. Okay, this makes it a little easier. Alright, now I'm going to show you the clips. There's wire clips that hold the wire. I'm going to go out to the truck and I'm going to show you the clips. You don't want to break these clips. Okay, I'll show you how to unsnap them. They're easy to break if you don't know how to unsnap them. There's a little trick to it. Okay. You just need a screwdriver. A straight slot screw. I got one out of the truck. And you just unsnap the clip. Now I did price the clips. Alright, I was having a hard time unsnapping them. So I figured I'd just break them off of there and get some more clips. Well, the only place you can find them is GM. Okay. And in GM, they are about $32 shipped to your door. Okay. It's not a lot of money, but just little clips, little plastic clips. Now with GM, you have to buy, you only need 2 different size clips. You need one for 4 wires, okay, and you need the one for 2 wires, okay. You need, for the 2 wires, you need 5 of them. And for the 4 wires, you're going to need 3 of them. Okay, but with GM, you have to buy, for the ones you need 5, you have to buy 10. It comes in a pack of 10. And the one for 4 wires, you need 3, and you have to buy 5. So if you want to go to GM and you can get the kit, it's not exact kit, you'll have extra, but it's $32. So to save you $32, I'll show you how to unclip them. So that's pretty much it. So we're going to go out to the truck and I'm going to show you how I did the wires on the passenger side and how to fix those clips, how to undo those clips. Okay. But there's a little trick to it. Don't try to force them because you'll break them. And it doesn't take two different tools. I kept trying with 2 different tools to release the little snap, and it's an easier way to do it. Okay, let's head out to the truck, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Okay, this is the passenger side of the engine, and we've replaced the wires. Okay, there's the little clips I'm talking about. See the little clips? Now what they do, okay, on this particular side, see you got, right, this is a double clip right here. Okay, you can see. That's a double clip right there. I'm trying to use the flashlight as a pointer. Okay, there's a double clip there. And then, I think we can see without the flashlight. Okay, that's a double clip. Okay, then you have another one under here for your back 2 cylinders. Okay, you're right there. There's a clip there. Okay, and then you got 4 a little further up. Right there. You got 4 of them in a row. Okay, they all have a little tab that they clip to the body so they won't move. They won't move around, except for the fore one. The fore one doesn't have a place that it clips. Okay. All right. Now, there's a place on the body, on the engine, I should say. Not saying body, but there's a little tab right here. Okay. You can see it. There's a little tab, and the clip slides on the tab. Okay. So when you're changing your wires, okay, what you do is you slide your clip off of that little tab. Your wire retainers, you slide your wire retainers, a double, you pull that off of the tab, and then you can unhook it. Okay. Now go around to the other side. We hadn't done the other side yet. Come around here. I'm going to show you how we unhook it. Okay. Oh, there's a little tab. See right here? There's a tab. See, there's tabs where it hooks. Okay. Where your two wires hook. Now this wire right here broke. Come apart. We're fixing to change this side anyway. Okay. So what we have, if I can do this with one hand, a little trick to undoing these tabs is, okay, here's the tab I pulled off. Okay, there's the tab. Now what you want to do is, I taught me to do this with one hand. Just hold on a second. Okay, there's a little tab. I'll show you the trick to it. Okay. The tab is on. There's a hinge on this side. Now, this one's broken. The rest of them are not. This is how I figured out how to do it with this tab right here. Well, it's a hinge, and this thing is just going to open up like this. Okay, it's going to open up like this. Okay, and it's going to swivel on this hinge that's on this side. Okay, I tried prying on this side right here. I took my screwdriver, I went on the side of the hinge, and I ended up breaking this little hinge. So then I decided I was going to change them all, and I went to GM, like I said before, $32. And then I decided not to place the order because I really didn't want to wait. And went back to figure out how to open it up. Okay, so I'm still going to use this one. It has one broken little end, but that ain't nothing. Okay, if you see this part right here, if I can show it. This part right here. Okay, right here. You see that slot right there? That's the slot that slides in the little tab that's on your engine. Okay, that's the little slot. So you would pull this off this way. You would pull it off this way to get it off the little tab. Okay? Now, the trick to this, if you can see, the opposite of your hinge is here, the opposite side of your hinge, okay, let me put some light on this up here. Opposite side of your hinge. I'm in my camper. I'm on the table in my camper. Right now, my motorhome. But anyway. So what you do is, right here, okay, as you can see, there's a, this is where it clips. So you would have to push this clip in and pull out at the same time. And that's what I was trying to do. And it takes two tools to do it. You don't have to do all that. All you got to do is, okay, you can see this little piece right here, this little clip right here. This little clip right here, this little piece has to go in, and then this has to pry out. Okay. So instead of doing all that, okay, all you got to do is go right here with this little shoulder is. I don't know if I'm picking this up on camera or not. Where this little shoulder is, okay? Now I got it on camera now. Where this little shoulder is, okay, what you do is put your screwdriver in here, okay, and you push in. You don't pry anything. It's hard for me to do this. A little tab there, opposite your hinge. You take that little piece and you push in. Okay? You get a bigger screwdriver. Okay? You just push in. I don't know if I'm getting this on film. Okay, you just push in. Well, okay. What you want to do is you want to push in. It's hard for me to see in the camera and do this. You want to push in there, okay? And that's the little piece that was sticking up here. Okay, that's the little piece that you see coming through here. Now the hinge is broken. Okay, the hinge is broken, so it comes apart. Now, normally it would stay together like this. Then you put your wire, and then you just simply snap it back together. Okay, you just after you get your wires in, you just push it and snap it. Oh. So let me show this. There it is. You snap it back together. Okay. You see what you got to do? You got to go in where this little piece is here. I'm hoping you'll understand it. Okay. And what you're doing is you're pushing down this way. And what you're doing is you're pushing, getting this little tab to go past where it's catching. Anyway, that's how you do it. So I tried all kind of ways to pry it, all kind of different ways to do it, and it didn't work. I ended up breaking the little tab, the little hinge. But the rest of them I didn't. The rest of them I pushed in just like I showed you. That's the trick. Okay. And it takes a little effort. But once you figure it out, once you undo a couple of them, you'll see it's not hard. Okay, it's hard for me to do it right here because I'm trying to look through the camera. I'm trying to look at the where my camera's set up. I'm bending myself way over to look through the camera and reaching around the tripod and trying to do it. So it's actually a lot easier on the truck. Okay, so just thought I'd share that with you, and that way you don't have to order them and have to wait probably a couple of weeks for them to come in, and just reuse your old tabs. Okay, now these tabs are 98. These tabs are, no, wait a minute, when the engine was rebuilt they changed all that. That's true. When the engine was rebuilt, when I had the engine, it was still over 10 years. When the engine was rebuilt, GM, I got a brand new rebuilt GM engine, and GM, you have to pay extra for a few things, if you want the extra things. And I had just changed the alternator, so I kept the same alternator. And the wires, I had them change. Now whether they change these little tabs or not, I don't know. But when I had the new engine put in, I paid extra. I paid up $250 it cost for wires and a few other little plugs and different things that they all did. Hoses and few things like that. It cost me a couple $100. Now, if you did that today, it would probably cost you $1,000. Ain't no telling. At least $500 for the wires. But anyway, that's how you do the little tab. Okay. It really helps if you snap them loose. Now, what you do is, I'm repeating myself, but what you do is you pull it off of your little slot right here. You pull it off the engine, and then you can turn it around while it's still hooked to the wires, and you can deal with it, and then that way you can take your screwdriver and pop it off. Now, what I found, I'll add this, while you're putting your wires on, okay, after you pull this off, you undo the tab. Now you're changing wires, you're putting new wires, okay. Now what you do is, I take this and I put it back on the tab. That's on the engine. This little slot right here. Slide that back on your engine. Okay. Once you get that back on the engine, and of course you got it open. When you run your wires, you can put your wires in there. These wires are 7mm. Now these little tabs will hold from 7 to 8mm. So if you go with too big of a wire, that's something else to think about. If you go with a wire bigger than 8mm, it's not going to fit in your little tab. Okay, these wires are 7mm. They're the same as that was on it. So be careful when you buy your wires, because the tabs are not going to work. But anyway, slide that piece on there. Get your wires in place. Now, once you snap this tab down, you still can slide your wire. The wire still slide if you need to move the wire around. The rod right here, it'll still slide a little bit. So, okay. That's how we do it here. Unsnap the retainers for our wires. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Now here's the tab right here. Now this is the retainer. This one had that little broken hinge side. Okay, so once I put my wires on, I'm just gonna snap it back on. Okay, see back here? This one? I don't know if this. Okay, right here. Okay, you can see what I did. Open it up. Well, I took it off the tab. Took the wires out, and I slipped it back on the tab. Okay, and there's a little hinge, and it's open. So all I gotta do, I'm trying to find the camera here. Talk to me. Okay, all I gotta do is just put my wires in and just snap it back in. Okay, so that's what I do. I pull it off the tab, take the wires off, put it back on the tab, and then when I run my new wires, I just snap it back on. Just makes it easier. Okay. That's how we do it here. Okay, we got all the tabs open, all the retainers. See, this one's open. Okay. And it's clipped back. Clip back where it should be in the frame. I hope this is being picked up by the camera. It's right there. Okay, I'm a little high. It's right there. Yeah. Okay, that one's open. Of course, the other ones I showed you is open. Now this one just lays in there. Okay. This one right here. It has a place to clip it, but there's no clips on the truck. Okay, so we just took that one totally off. See how it's hinged on this end, and okay, all I gotta do is put it back on and snap it. So all the clips are loose, are off. Now I'm gonna take one wire at a time, start with the longest one, and change them, and stick them back into the clips. And once all the wires are done, stick them back into the retainers. Okay. Once all the wires are done, okay, then I'm going to come back and snap snap the little retainers, and that'll be it. Okay, not hard to do, but it just to me, this was the easiest way to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me go ahead and change the rest of those wires. Okay, we got all the new wires on. To put this back clip on, not this one right here, but this one here. You can see it. I had to remove this hose out of the brake vacuum. Just popped out. Thought I removed this hose would have made it, this big hose would have made it a lot easier, but it went in. Okay. So everything's nice and neat, and see they won't move anywhere. Okay, they're all away from the manifold, away from heat. All right, well, that's how we do it here. Change the wires. Okay, so as you see, we changed the wires, and we changed the plugs, and we did a compression check. Well, it's got real good compression, as you saw, and that's gonna that means a lot, because I've been, as you know, as you see, I've been throwing a lot of parts at this engine, putting a lot of money in it. Not say a lot of money, but throwing a lot of parts and labor. So now we've got a healthy engine, so that gives us a little more incentive to get her going. Now, one way or the other, we're getting this. We're gonna get it running. Okay. If we have to change this, the body control module, okay, which is under the dash, because it's that, or if we have to change this, that's the computer. Okay, that's the power control module, PCM. Oh, it's power train control module. And anyhow, we have to pull the intake and do the injectors, change the injectors. Now we have a strong, good engine. So now we're going to move forward. We're going to get it running. If we've got to change all these parts, whatever it's going to take, we're going to get her going. She's low mileage. She's got good compression. Like I said, we're throwing parts at it. So next we're going to analyze. We're going to go ahead and analyze the. I got my scan tool, like I said. I got my scan tool in. So next we're going to put the scan tool. Put the scan tool on and see what it reads. And the only things left that I can see is, like I said, those three things. The injectors, the fuel pressure regulator under the intake manifold, the power control, the body control module, which is inside. It's BCM. This is PCM. So one of those three things. They're expensive now. Well, these are. That's a couple $100. And the body control module can be $100 or $2. So, like I said before, I've got another truck I'm looking at getting for parts. And I can see what I can salvage off of that thing. So, we're going to get it going. So, we're just happy we have a good, strong engine.